You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, lootdummies.com. Venture into the Primal lands with your hosts, Brindlin Cornephius, the fox and wizard of enchantment, and his trusty little mouse sidekick, Laurel, played by Sam.
Frindlin Cornephius, but my friends call me Freddy. If you don't mind, I'd love to give you and your patrons here a little show.
And Phineas the Ferocious, the tiger folk barbarian, hailing from deep within the Jade Mist rainforest, played by Seth.
My name's Phineas. He knows how to kill people every way you can kill them, but he has no idea what anybody's talking about half the time.
And finally, your host and dungeon master, Taylor.
I fucking hate that drawing so much. What?
What drawing?
Is he a hoot owl?
He's a fucking badass.
We got art in the Dissy. Art in the Dissy.
Taylor, how far am I from Bracketh?
I like to imagine that those little knives on his right pectoral are like hardened, petrified grub worms.
Oh.
Shaped into a piercing point.
I was going more like leaves or feathers. Something very
cool.
organic.
I like him. He's very cool.
But what does he actually look like?
Well, he is a lizard folk. Is this a lizard?
He's a lizard folk?
I think
Yeah.
I remember that because I picture him as like a cobalt looking thing.
I don't want to be.
He's
ugly.
a lizard folk?
Your
What did
cannon
you-
was a hawk?
I thought he was a bird person.
No, he's a creepy lizard creep.
Well, it's nice you don't see race.
Where did I wrote down lizard folk. It's in my notes. This is what he looks like in my mind.
I like this better.
Can we change him to be this?
Yeah, I like this. Bracket's Eric Akra.
What? No, you can't just.
No, I'm just kidding. He's a lizard folk. He's a lizard folk.
He's a lizard
Two
folk.
against one.
Well,
So
this
funny.
is my canon.
Okay, that's fine. I accept that. I let you come up with whatever you want. And
We go to leave on our mission, and you're just like, just so you know, I view you as a bird person.
In my mind, you're a bird person.
Welcome back to our guest Alan from the We Open With and Quick I Need a Game podcast.
I cannot believe that Racketh has just been a bird person in my mind, and he's just not even remotely that.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I think birds and lizards are connected down the evolutionary
They're
line.
definitely more similar than like us and them, but that's not saying much.
In the previous session, on the 15th of Tor at 9 p.m., we hear footsteps above us as we hide in the cellar in this old shack.
It was an old
kind of-
church of hell.
Church shack in Helm's Hollow, or Helm's Half Acre,
Holmes End.
or the Hand of the Helm. And Vracketh, not Fracketh, is with us. Finn springs up through the trapdoor up onto the main level as Cecil casts aid on everyone. Freddy sends Laurel up after Finn, and Vracketh says that he can get Owen and Ruth out. And he hands Cecil a map of Marge's prison. Continuing on, we roll for initiative as 3 bog guards, 2 with heavy armor and shields, and 1 with medium armor and a crossbow, spot Finn. Laurel runs in and gets a shocking grasp on one of the heavy guards as Cecil helps
Heyo.
Dimension Door Owen and Ruth out of the cellar. Finn bum rushes the archer and kills him with just brutal efficiency before turning to the heavies. Freddy then makes Cecil invisible so he can slip out during the chaos. Vracketh has his own way out and he vanishes. Cecil scrambles for evidence of Marge in the cellar and finds her notebook and diary, which is a diary of Marge the Beeve. Finn then kills another one of the soldiers as the last bullywog steals himself for the fight. Freddy pounds him with magic missile. Finn grabs the remaining guard, dragging him across the church and down into the cellar with Freddy. We come out of initiative as we question the guard, who does not know anything. Finn rips his throat out. Finn roars and alerts all the nearby guards as him and Freddy start trying to get out of the church. Freddy drops a smoke veil and they escape out of the back through the alleyways of the city. Finn knows he stands out, so he heads up to the rooftops and slinks through the dark, going rooftop to rooftop as Freddy uses disguise self, and we move towards where we believe Cecil to be. So as we arrive at Owen's house, near the half-tankered tavern, Finn slips in through the window and scares the baby. Freddy knocks on the door and meets Cecil, Owen, and Ruth in the doorway as they realize that Finn has come in the back. Cecil and Owen argue over the merits of the shearing. We discuss finding a safe place to hide, and Owen somehow convinces everyone to stay here in his home. So Freddy uses an arcane lock scroll and an alarm scroll. Finn questions Cecil's fortitude. Freddy then gives Owen a potion of hill giant strength, and Freddy and Cecil have a chat. Cecil admits that he let Drop die due to his weary with the oppression of the bog. Cecil also admits to killing the soldier in White Reed, overcome with emotion and doubt at his actions and worthiness. Freddy shares the positive impact that Cecil has had on his life. As we move into the 16th of Tor, 7 a.m., Freddy casts Mage Armor and Disguise Self on himself. We say goodbye to Owen and Ruth and traverse south towards where the prison is located. We are far in the south of the outer rim of the bog, which is more industrial than the cityscape that we had been in before, so Finn has to abandon the rooftops, walking along with the party in plain sight. On our way south, we hear chatter about the shearing and see wanted posters for Cecil and other church members. After a long, all-day travel, essentially, we approach a prison on an island in a lake of black murky water with one stone pathway leading to the island prison. We find Vracketh amongst some rundown fishermen's shacks. Vracketh explains the prison is a fortress, more so than a prison, but he has a plan for us to impersonate bog soldiers, which we are technically bog soldiers, 2 of us are, as far as anyone knows, and use forged documents for us to inspect the freight elevator. Marge is on level 3, which is apparently bad, but we don't know how bad because he's never sent anyone to level 3. Vracketh's plan is complex, but there are no shearing on level 3 to assist us. Vracketh says there is a large orandite deposit under the prison. Once we get Marge, we need to meet a shearing member on level 2 to take us to a trash chute to escape on a sanitarium barge.
Man, beautiful. Wow. It was a long one.
Love it.
That's what she said.
Wait, which part? It's a long one.
Okay, so so let's jump in. Y'all are huddled around Vracketh, going over this plan. He's giving you this map, which I gave you all that image last time with kind of the rough plan on what to do once you get in. And so now it is up to y'all what y'all want to do.
I mean, I say we stick with the plan that we outlined last time. Go, because there's supposed to be a shearing member contact, like right when we get in, right? He's gonna get us to the elevator, and then once we get past the elevator, that's where we don't really know if we've got.
Vracketh told you that there should be a shearing member that can help you get in. Got to get down to level 3. Once you're on level 3, you're kind of on your own, but they're confident that that's where Marge is.
So, Vracketh, how many levels are there in the prison?
Just 3. The first level that you enter on, then the second level, which is like your general holding cells and sort of the bulk of the prison, and then level 3, which is kind of a higher clearance zone. We're pretty confident there's nothing below level 3. Never heard anything about a level 4 from any of our connects.
So, what if I just wanted to, detonate the orandite?
I'm not sure that Cecil would like you to do that before you rescue Marge, but yeah, whatever floats your boat, as they say.
After Cecil and his wife leave,
And his honeybee.
You're talking about terrorism.
The name of the thing is always decided after the fact by the victor.
Jesus. I mean, sorry, not Jesus. Help.
So dumb. Okay. I do like that idea.
In just a few hours, around midnight tonight, my men should be at the front desk, or at least close by. You're welcome to stay here and hang out, whatever you need to do. And
If you've got any last minute questions, if you've got anything you want to do, you actually have a couple of hours. Kind of tell me what each person's doing as you prepare yourselves for this.
Well, just boring bookkeeping thing.
Okay.
Now is definitely when I'm going to go ahead and cast my mage armor. I know I'd mentioned it last time that I'd cast it here, so now is when I'll do that. Kind of like the pregame. I'll be like fiddling with Laurel, like having him run in between my fingers. You know how people like flip coins in between their fingers as like a fidget trick. I'm like doing that with Laurel, and just kind of he'll also kind of pull out the couple of just forgot what they're called, the turquoise gems. He's got a couple different ones. One from the bottom
Orendite
of the river,
or Rindite?
yeah, the Orendite. Yeah, the one from the bottom of the well, and then a bigger one from Rika Two Tails, and he'll just kind of mull those over a little bit, thinking about the fact that there's the Orendite in there and what Phineas had said about, do we blow it up? But a part of him is like thinking that he doesn't want to blow it up because he's become very intrigued and entranced by this mineral and just what it means and what it is. He kind of wants to learn more about it.
You roll this turquoise crystal back and forth, these two in your hand, and you feel them kind of spark and jolt with a wild magical energy as this violet purple light is reflected back into your eyes as you sit there and think about the task that you have coming up. Cecil, what are you feeling in this moment?
I think Cecil would have fed everyone beforehand, but then I think he's praying to Helm, and he's going to cast aid on everybody.
Okay, nice.
It's going to raise your maximum HP and your current HP by 5 for the next 8 hours. So yeah, he's praying to Helm, and I think he would try to pull aside Phineas.
Ooh.
Pardon me, just real briefly there, Finn. When we get in there, sorry, you're probably meditating or I don't know what you do.
Sleeping.
Right. So I just want to make it clear that when we get in there, if you could just try to follow Freddy's lead just until we shave my wife. Once we have my wife, I'm gonna feel very calm about turning a blind eye to whatever murderous rampage you want to go on. But if you start doing things that are going to get in the way of me getting to my wife, that's going to be a problem.
Okay.
Oh.
Simple as that.
Okay then.
Good.
Glad we had this talk. That's all he would want to do, I guess. He just kind of like walks away. I assume Face goes back to sleep, and it's like...
Yeah, Faye goes back to sleep.
So a couple hours pass by, and Bracket's kind of been hanging around with you guys, and
he says, "All right, I think the time is fast approaching."
And he reaches out a hand and puts it on your shoulder, Cecil, and says,
"Good luck getting your wife, Marge. I really mean it. Obviously I have my own selfish motivation for sticking it to the bog, but good luck."
He just gives you a sincere nod, and he slips out into the darkness before you can respond.
You guys hear a throat clearing, and it kind of has a ribbity tone, and you turn to look, and where Freddy was sitting, now there is a grung in like a button-up, short sleeve shirt with a pocket protector and several pins in it, and he's got some glasses and a little notepad, and he says, "Well, time for the inspection. Everybody ready to go?"
Is that you, Freddy?
That's me, Freddy, the state inspector.
Phineas opens one eye and looks over, and while he was completely bamboozled, baffled, and confused by the old man fox costume, this one he just goes, "Freddy, you look terrible," and then closes his eyes again.
Appreciate the sentiment. Now, according to my clock here, inspection begins in 30 minutes. Best be on our way.
For the canon of everyone at home, remember that Cecil is wearing a large mustache.
Mustache. I was just about to ask if y'all remember. You've got a large mustache over
Completely
your already
disguised.
hairy face because you were worried about wanted posters. And Finn is just going to stroll in his jungle attire.
The reality is that Finn is a soldier, has been trained as a soldier, and walks and talks and looks like a soldier. He's just dressed a little different.
Yeah, he'll fit right in. We're on special assignment, and this is my special guard detail here. This comes straight from the top, straight from Chief Ganoof.
I was gonna cast aid at like the highest level I have, which is 3rd level, but I only have 2 spell slots in that,
Ooh.
and Revivify is one of
I
those
was about to
spells.
say, and that's Revivify level.
Yeah. And I'm like, if we found my wife dead, I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, like as we walk in, she dies. Because if we just find her dead, well, not much we can do about that.
I'm gonna at least try.
Well, sure, you can try, but like,
Yeah. It has to have been within the last minute.
How much HP does everybody have?
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta add
not
the 5.
enough. I was just checking. I have 32. They both have about 50.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm at 53 with aid.
Yeah, with aid, I'm at 37.
Oh damn. Yikes.
Yeah, I'm pitiful.
I forgot about
You're a
that.
wizard.
I'm a little squishy wizard. A squizzard, if you will.
You're a squizzard.
I'm
You're
gonna
a
have to focus
squizzard.
on healing.
No, I have many ways to get
What?
myself.
Y'all might not even have to fight anything. Y'all might just cruise right in and cruise right out with Marge.
You think we have a battle map for no fighting?
Well, maybe just for tactical espionage. There's battle maps in Metal Gear Solid.
There's some of that. There's a little bit of everything. Get your minds ready. Check those character sheets.
Oh,
I've been
Look
God.
at
checking
those
them.
hidden skills.
I've
That's
got
how
mass healing word scrolls ready.
Yeah, I've got a couple of mental control things I can do. I've got like suggestion and charm person and stuff. I'm ready. We can dive
All
right
right.
in.
Y'all ready?
Master.
All right, let's do it.
Rail
Let's do
us.
it. All right, I'm going to rail you. Well, as our party approaches this prison facility, you cross over this single stone bridge leading towards the prison. So as you get about halfway down this bridge, you see traffic stops ahead of you, and you notice there are 3 reinforced wagons. They look like maybe carrying prisoners. They're being escorted across this bridge right in front of you guys. And each wagon is surrounded by heavily armed bog soldiers. Everybody seems unusually tense. And why don't everybody give me a perception check to kick us off here?
Yeah.
My God. Okay.
And they're heading towards the prison?
They're heading towards the prison just ahead of you guys on this bridge.
25.
Man, I rolled good, but nowhere near that. When we were talking to Vrakith, did we talk to him at all about, the quantity of prisoners they're taking in, or does this seem like a ridiculous amount of prisoners for what they've been gathering up, or has it picked up and this is the type of stuff they've been doing?
Yeah, we can tie that into y'all's perception. What did everybody get?
Mine's a 19.
25.
16.
16. Okay, so with the 16, Alan, you can overhear one of the guards nearby speaking, and he says, "Never seen creatures like these." And then another one speaks up and says, "Heard they came ashore on the eastern coast. Well, Chief Ganoof wants every one of them questioned personally." And Phineas, with your check, as you look through the bars of this cart nearest you guys, you notice that all the prisoners are like held down on their knees and their hands are shackled in front of them, and they all have these burlap sacks over their heads. But with the 25, one of the prisoners' hood slips as this cart comes to a halt on this rocky bridge, just enough for you to get a glimpse of a thick, braided red beard sitting underneath a smooth, hairless face on top of a stocky frame that looks unlike any animal folk you've seen, before a nearby guard quickly pulls the hood back down over this creature's head.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Color me intrigued.
Reddy, did you hear what they said about the East Coast? Didn't those bog soldiers at River Riverdale, River Run? Didn't they say that they were investigating some lights off the coast?
Surely this is unrelated, right? Seems a bit too convenient, but I have to admit, things in the bogs don't seem to be as they would have the rest of the continent believe. Something's going on here.
Finn raises a perceptive eyebrow at the critter in the cart, but he makes no verbal or physical or outward reaction to what he's seen. Not to anyone's ability to tell, not even his companions.
White Reed. Sorry. I just remembered that. It was White Reed.
It's really, I don't think it's super important. I was picking up what you were proverbially placing upon the ground.
Got it. Let's move forward. Marge awaits.
Yes.
As you continue to move across this bridge, you see these carts approach the end of the bridge, and you see a large iron gate about right here. And you see a rabbit folk lady kind of come up to these guys on this cart, and some guards hop off and they present some paperwork, and she opens these gates and ushers the guards to move into the prison. And the guards go back to the back of each cart and unlock a little lock, and they usher these figures. You see probably 10 to 12 of these hooded, stocky figures emerge from these carts. They've got this intricate leather and looks like iron armor, and these bags, burlap sacks, pulled down over their heads, and they start to move their way into the prison. The carts turn and head off of the bridge, and you guys approach, and you see a young rabbit folk lady with light blonde fur and one kind of floppy ear approaches you guys and gives you a soft smile. She wears an obvious prison guard uniform, and she says, "Howdy, how can I help you?"
Hello, nice to meet you. Name's Gregory McGreginson. These are my compatriots here. We're here for the scheduled elevator inspection with all the influx of new inmates. You can see here that there's been an anonymous report that there was concerns that the elevator was making some abnormal noises. We're just here to check everything out, make sure everything's on the up and up. I flash her the credentials real quick and stick them back in my notefolio.
Notefolio?
Mm-hmm.
Structural inspectors? I'm not sure that I remember any inspectors that were scheduled today.
Well, then someone needs to make sure that they're registering their inspections properly, but I assure you it is today. It is indeed the... What's today? Does anybody actually know?
Oh, yeah, it's the 16th of Tor. Well, right, real close to midnight.
It is the 16th of Tor, correct?
It is.
I'll have to check my logbook. She starts to turn to walk away from you guys towards the gate.
Gregory Gregerson! You pulled me out of retirement to do this one thing, to fix this elevator. Do you understand how important my skills are?
I understand. My time is? Ma'am, if you could be so kind, we'll only be a brief moment, and this is our elevator expert here.
She's already turned to walk back towards the gate. There's this little notebook hanging on a piece of twine, but another guard comes out and comes rushing down the stairs, and you see a bullywug, a short and bulbous frog creature, and he's also wearing a similar prison uniform. He says, "These are the inspectors. The lieutenant already approved them. Level 2's been waiting all morning. Come on."
Well, glad to see somebody knows what's going on around here. Ma'am. Tip my hat as I walk by her.
As you walk by, he puts a hand on the small of your back as he pushes you up the stairs and says, "Real smooth." Gives you a little wink.
Oh yeah, I'm a
Finn.
frog person too. I need to put more black, Sid.
So as you guys move past this first gate up onto the first floor, level 1 of this prison proper, as you move in, the prison, it's clean and structured. You see workers and guards moving in and out, moving supplies, guards rotating behind shifts, and everything feels organized and in order. A thin, older grung guard stands behind a desk, blocking the entrance, and that bullywug from earlier follows you in and says, "Inspectors are here."
Ben is walking, menacingly behind the two smaller creatures, but he's also looking around for the hooded, sack-headed prisoners that had been brought in before them.
Yeah, beautiful. As you walk in here, you can see a couple of prisoners walking into this door here and kind of disappearing out of sight. Paperwork. Do you have paperwork?
Yes, of course. Ribbit, here you go.
Okay, so you're going to hand over
Didn't we
The
got forged documents?
forged
showing-
documents. Okay.
Yeah.
You did, and you used an action to improve them.
I did do that. I don't know if I was successful or not. I don't remember.
I think it was like a 14.
Marginally successful. You didn't make it worse.
That's good. I didn't spill ink all over them like Leech did.
Oh, I was in body, not leech. Body, not...
Okay, Sam, as you give the forgery documents and you guys are all standing there, why don't you give me a deception check? But since you did your little extra magic on the documents, you can make it with advantage.
Okay.
It's not going to be a real hard check.
Deception with advantage is what I'm talking about. Alright, rolling it. 1 was a 1, so glad I did the advantage. I got 21 total.
Oh, 21. Okay.
I saw that one, and I was like, well, maybe I.
Glad I had the advantage.
The inspector, he pulls down a little pair of thin glasses onto his nose and says, Okay, what was the name again, sir?
Greg McGregorson.
Okay, yes, that matches what we've got here. And who are your companions here?
This is the esteemed retiree. Come in to help us on this consulting gig, Mr.
Scott Birchfoot.
And this is
Whoa,
our
it's the first name.
Scott.
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 Scott Birchfoot.
And this is our garden escort,
Ben,
Ben.
Yeah, little bullywog speaks up. Yeah, told you. Inspectors. All right, follow me, guys. Watch your step here. And he steps aside and says, Freight elevator's this way. And he points towards this next room, just behind him. Just through the door there. Do be careful.
Is our little guy coming with us? Or did he step aside as well?
The bullywug, as you guys get to this doorway, he says, Elevator's just through the doorway. You want to get down to level 3.
Thank you. I think we can take it from here. We are experts after all.
He crosses his fingers over across to his shoulders and gives you a little wink. Good luck. It's the opposite doorway of where you saw the prisoners going, and you're moving into kind of this storage area, and you see this massive elevator that would work as a freight elevator. You see these mechanical gears and series of ropes and pulleys on the wall, and there is a large steel lever.
before anybody does anything, does Finn know anything about what he might have seen under those hoods?
Yeah, that's a good question. Give me a history check.
Oh, an 18 with a +0.
There we
18 on the
go.
die.
18. Okay. Yeah. So, Finn, you think back over just this last few weeks that you've been out of the Jade Mists, and up until that point, you'd never heard of anything other than basically walking distance from your village deep in the jungle. And over the past few weeks, you've had some experiences, and you think back with that history check, and you remember a story that Geldris, the old squirrel in Hollow Pine, told you with the clay that they'd poured out on his desk of the great meteor storm that had supposedly wiped out all of the races of men, dwarves, elves, goblins, and the like. And you remember specifically with that 18 that they were driven beyond the edge of civilization. You recognize that figure that you saw as a dwarf.
So Finn leans down. I like to think that Cecil and Freddy are standing pretty close, getting ready to pull the elevator lever, and Finn lowers his large head right in between both of their heads, and he goes, "There's dwarves in that cart."
Hair on
Dwarves?
Freddy's neck just kind of stands up. What are you talking about?
Like short folk?
Dwarves. Them critters with that armor. With the hoods on. Dwarves, I tell ya.
Finn, you're getting confused again.
The ones that have no fur.
Yep. I may be dumb, but I ain't confused.
Okay. Well, even if there are dwarves, it's not our concern. We're here to get Marge.
Well, that's fine, but there's dwarves in here.
Well, hopefully they're a peaceful sort and not prone to any raucous activities. They won't disturb what we're trying to do.
Yes, if they exist at all.
I believe you, Phineas. Alright, let's pull this hatch and get this party cooking.
You reach out and grab this large steel handle, and you feel this freight elevator very slowly start to creak and croak and move down to level 2.
Holy crap.
Alright, here we go. This is it, boys. Don't get scared.
This place is massive.
Moving down, and before it even comes to a halt, you see the face of another grung, but this one dressed in a different uniform. He looks more like a soldier than a guard. He's got a long spear in his hand and a shield at his side, and he says, "I wasn't informed any visitors were coming down here. Who's authorized this?"
It's been authorized all the way from the top. There was a report of some concerns with the elevator, so we're just doing an inspection. Flash them the cards. We're going to need to send the elevator up and down a couple of times, but it should only take a few minutes. We'll be out of your hair in no time.
Less visitors, more people doing some work. We'll stay out of your hair.
He looks at Cecil, and he has a very puzzled look on his face, and he starts to reach down towards the hilt of his spear.
Finn stretches his arms way out like a cat would, but a standing humanoid cat, and says, "Scott, get to work. I'm ready to go home and get to bed. I'm tired of guarding you."
You got it.
Yes, we have to work in these ungodly hours because y'all are getting shipments all the time.
Cecil stands on the platform, is like methodically walking along it and slapping it with his tail on the bottom, like testing its sturdiness.
You ready for me to send it down to floor 3?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold there. Hold there.
Excuse
No
me?
one's authorized on level 3.
Well, we have to test all 3 levels. That's part of the operation.
Step away from the elevator, sir. Step towards me, please.
Who's he talking to?
You.
Can Finn perceive anyone down here besides this guard and a janitor?
As you look over this guard's shoulder, you can see a small mousefolk lady with a mop and a mop bucket, and that is all you can see down in front of you, and actually that's all you can see behind you too in either direction. So on this second level, since you guys are looking around, as you drop down onto the second level, this seems to be like the bulk of the prison. You see cells on each side. You see a long hallway down in the direction of this soldier and this janitor. But all around you, you see these iron cells, and some of them look a little more secure than others, made of brick and iron. And then you see this long hallway down that goes way past those cells, but countless cells. This is a large prison.
I'd like to step over to him and put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Now, did I know you from somewhere? I think I do. You must be Barnaby." And I'd like to cast Charm Person on him, if I may.
Ooh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, what do I need to do?
He makes a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Roll a d20. And Wisdom. He does not have any bonus, so it's just a flat roll.
Okay.
He rolled a 14 on the die.
Thank God he doesn't have a bonus. So he regards me as a close friend, and when the spell ends, it knows it was charged by you. It ends if anybody does anything harmful to him. And I say, "What? No, it was a B name, but it wasn't Barnaby. What was it again? Remind me."
Ah, Bolstrom.
Bolstrom. We met when you were doing your previous occupation, and you were so helpful to us. Could you be helpful to us again today? We just need to do a quick inspection, and we'll be out of your hair in 15 minutes. And I tell you, this was called down from the very top, and I would love to put in a good word for the man who helped us complete our mission. And I would hate to have to put in a bad word that someone was stopping our inspection over something as silly as prior approvals.
You did charm person?
Yeah, charm person. He doesn't have to do anything, but he just regards us as a friend.
Okay, so I'm not even going to make you roll any kind of check. He just says, "Aha, yes, Greg. I remember you. Yes, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem." He looks over his shoulder and says, "You're not really allowed at level 3, but
We won't be going very far. We've just got to go down, check out the elevator area, and then we'll be back up. How long do you think it should take, Mr. Scott?
It takes as long as it takes. You can't rush safety.
It'll be 15 minutes tops, okay?
okay, sounds good."
All right, I'll keep the old coot moving along.
Okay, so I think that's about as smooth as you can get. So if you want to get back on the freight elevator, he kind of looks the other way, and you can grab a hold of the lever and move yourself down to level 3, unless anybody else has anything they want to do here.
I really don't want to risk things going worse.
Yeah,
So,
I'd rather get to level 3 and cause chaos on the way back out. So Freddy will step over and pull the lever to send it down another floor.
Okay.
All right, you're going to have to give us the lay of the land here.
Oh, God.
All right, so as the elevator slowly moves down and creaks into place on level 3, level 3 is different. Stone walls replace the brick and steel of the first 2 levels. It seems like you're down into this rock that this prison facility is built on. There's these orandite veins of turquoise and crystal with purple lights pulsing through the walls themselves, and the air hums with this kind of feeling of a raw and unstable energy. To both sides of you guys, you see rows of stone-walled cells with metal doors, not like the open metal barred cells in the first 2 levels. And you see one guard at the very end of the hallway, down here. But as the elevator is clicking into place, that door shuts and the figure kind of moves out of sight.
These doors, they have little windows on them.
Yeah, is that real? That was going to be my question too.
That is real. There are these little eye slot windows on these cells all around you.
Okay,
Well-
so let's split up and start looking in cells.
Okay, we're looking for a beautiful young beaver, right?
Middle-aged, but yes, very beautiful.
Okay, I'll go over to this one.
Okay.
Phineas is going to stroll, not quick, not fast, not scurry, not run, stroll nonchalantly towards where he last saw the guard, because if the guard rounds the corner, he suspects the reaction to be visceral.
Okay. Finn, as you get down that hallway there, as you're kind of moving away from the elevator, Cecil and Freddy, you're both investigating these cells nearest to the elevator. Finn, you hear some whispers. It doesn't sound like words. It sounds like something that you're unfamiliar with coming from one of these cells to your right, and it's this cell door that you're about even with here.
Okay, so Finn is going to keep an eye down the hallway where he saw the guard last, but he's going to kind of sidle up to this door. He's listening to everything, everywhere, all at once.
Are you being stealthy?
He's not being stealthy, but he's not being super obvious either. I guess you could say he's being stealthy. He's not trying to be seen by anybody. He's not trying to make any obvious noises or movements.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check, just
Okay.
in case.
17.
17. Okay, that's good. You kind of are watching this door down at the end of the hall where you saw the guard, but you're put an ear near this door and you just hear this like these strange whispers. They don't seem to notice you.
So he's just going to kind of glance in there, but also be keeping an eye down the way.
Okay. What do the other guys want to do?
I'm opening the slot in my door, peeking in.
Okay. As you open this, you see these just absolutely filthy prisoners. They wear these dirty rags. They look emaciated and hungry. You see in this prison cell that you're looking in probably 15 prisoners. They barely have room to sit down. You see all different races. And give me a perception or investigation check as you look for Marge.
It's an 11.
11? Yeah, you don't see her in this one. You're not positive, but you don't see any beaver folk. So, Freddy, you want to do the same thing?
Yes. Yep.
The one you're looking at? Okay, I see
Yep.
you standing by one. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I look in.
Oh yeah, give me a perception check as you look in.
Roll a perception check. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, 6.
6. Yeah, you're not sure. You're like, now what did he say she looked like? You're not sure, but these prisoners look like they've been in here a while. I'll tell you, even with the 6.
Freddy, there's so many in there. They're all so huddled in. I can't see.
I'm gonna slide back into the middle and say, meet up with Phineas. We might need to have a different approach. And I'd like to head down towards Phineas.
So way before they get anywhere close to me, Phineas crouches into full stealth mode and creeps up to this corner and peers around it, fully intending to, if he sees somebody around this corner, he's going to snatch them up.
Okay. As you creep to that corner, Freddy, Cecil, are y'all being stealthy as y'all walk over towards Finn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, y'all both give me stealth checks.
I do not have a very good modifier, but I rolled well. 17.
15.
Okay. So as you guys approach this doorway where Finn is, Finn, you do not hear or see anyone coming around these corners. You see this door in front of you, and you see coming from underneath this door is a very strong purple glow, like there's a bright light on inside that room where that guard moved. Freddy and Cecil, you guys get to this spot where Finn is crouched near this gated door, and you guys both hear in an unknown language coming from inside that cell.
So Finn deftly leaps across the gap in the hallway and lands silently and peers into the room through the gate.
You can't see all the way to the left and right, but what you can see through this door, you can clearly see right in the middle of the room is a large pit in the ground, and coming up out of that pit is this blinding purple light, and you can see these cables running up out of the pit connected to what looks like an operating table in this room, and you can see the back of some hulking creature that's wearing a guard's uniform. You can faintly see some rows of more cells in that room, but that's about all you can pick up just standing there peering through the gate.
I would like to try to whisper in these guys' ears. Yes, can't believe I'm going to say this, but we need to adjust our strategy. What we're seeing here...
Time to kill.
Well, I was focused more on the saving of lives than the ending of them, but I wanted to get everyone out. This isn't right. The way they're being treated here, we can't allow this to continue. These people should be free.
Well, everyone should be free.
You guys hear a clang, and you see a guard on the other side of the elevator. He's like, God damn it, and he's fumbling around with his keys, and you just see him move from that hallway into one of these doors, the door that Freddy just checked, but he does not notice you guys with your stealth checks.
We're going to need a diversion to get them all out.
Phineas has 45-foot movement. Can he bum rush this guy? Then get to him before he hears him?
You would have to make another stealth check to move towards him. But yeah. You see a grung guard about 45 feet away.
In which direction is he looking right now?
He's looking towards this gate here. He's coming up.
You said he's trying to unlock
this prison
the gate,
door.
right?
He's fumbling around with the key.
So Finn is gonna stay hidden behind this wall and scoot up here and just basically yank Cecil around the corner.
Okay, you can do that. And with his stealth from earlier, I'll let him just be yanked around the corner. Y'all are far enough away. You're 45 feet. He didn't see that.
Okay. And then Finn's just barely peeking around the corner, seeing what this guy's doing. And then he kind of motions to Freddy to watch the gate behind, right next to him.
That man has the keys that would be useful for us. Phineas,
Fucking piece of shit. Key.
would you like to go get them?
Hold. Finn keeps watching.
He messes around with some more. He's like, God damn it. Terry gave me the wrong fucking keys again. Starts walking back the way that he came from, back away from you
The
guys.
moment he turns his back on me, I'm off like a shot of dark black fur lightning. Just pew!
Give me another stealth check.
15.
Okay. And let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh!
Just you.
You might get to go twice.
And fucking terrible initiative as always.
He rolled a 17, but with that stealth check, you are going to get a surprise jump on him. So you are going to get to move before he can do anything as he's got his back to you.
So as I move, just the thought of all this just sends me into a rage. And as I get there, I just recklessly swing the blunt end of my war pick across his right temple. And Blood Hunt is going to be active. Let's see here. So that will be a 28 to hit. Roll 19 on the die.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. That'll be 17 damage.
Oof.
Tell me how you kill this guy.
So I just bring the blunt end of the pick against the side of his temple and just smash him, crumple him to the ground. And then immediately scoop him up, not drag him, scoop him, because I don't think he weighs very much, and start moving back towards the alcove where we were just hiding.
Oof. That's brutal.
You drag this guard's body down near you, and you were tucked away in this little kind of hallway. You could hide him for now, at least somewhat.
Freddy, see if the keys open this gate.
Just through, grab the keys, and is it a whole bunch of keys, like a big key ring?
It is a bunch of keys.
Are they labeled at all, or are they just loose keys?
Give me like a sleight of hand check.
Okay, 13. I'm gonna give it a try
Okay.
before that other guard sees us.
Where are the other two guys standing?
I'm stacked behind
looking over
kind of
his
next
shoulder?
to Freddy, watching inside and down the hall.
And I just stay, like, basically behind Finn. I'm not the fighter. Not as much.
We're in breach and clear position.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next week to find out what happens to our party. Join us at patreon.com/lootdummies to listen to these episodes significantly earlier and get other goodies, including 3D printed miniatures and access to our Discord.